EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions, trying to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Here's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And just... from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Carr. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. Sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
This pass complete to Reynolds.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Here's the option play now to the left.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Right there, hurt.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Vikings 3.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, the football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He hits Adams, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nuwagu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Got an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2nd and 5. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's Carr to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He's going to keep this again.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. The way he went into that contact as a rookie QB, you just kind of hold your breath. Maybe slide there.
Probably a very good idea. Not probably. Definitely a very good idea. And I go back to something someone told me a long time ago. In college, yeah, those guys are going to hit you, but they're just playing for a scholarship. These guys in the NFL, they're hitting you for jobs. That's a whole different hit.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Call that a gain of 5 as as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And some room to run now. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Raiders 28, Vikings 3.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second and 9 now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Vikings on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chandler Jones drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Got a
to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
First down, here's White.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Right now.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away.